What is going on, guys? Welcome back. Commentary for you. Want to thank my sponsor, Seal Supplements. Link and a discount code in the description, as well as in the pinned comment, some free samples. You just got to pay shipping. It's like $4. Also, Weeble, you guys know I'm a preferred influencer. Use the link, deposit $5, and they will guarantee you $11 at least in free stock. It's free money. And that's what we're here to talk about today, in a way, money. Saving you money. One of the biggest questions I get asked is, do you still buy Madden? That if I somehow bought Madden, it would make my whole channel irrelevant. Right? I haven't bought Madden in a very long time. You know why? Because I've got almost 50 million views on YouTube. And when you have that, people will find a way to get you the game, right? You get review copies. You get people just giving you game keys. It happens, right? I know some of you don't like to think that, but I'm sorry, it does. A lot of people in this community want to see the game improve. I watched a video Soft Drink did a couple days ago, and it's so funny. The amount of hate people project towards you, the amount of labeling you get. Do you realize how many people think I'm just the worst, most miserable, angry person in the world because of me talking about their beloved Madden? But I stole this image here and I modified it a little bit because, guys, this is the reality. I want you to understand, if Madden gets any worse, it could have a .01 overall score. Now, a lot of people will blame me, will blame Soft Drink for what happened last year. That we somehow had the conviction over you. We somehow had the authority over you to go out and review this game poorly. I mean, it certainly wasn't because we were going through a global situation where you had more time on your hands to leave those reviews. Or maybe you thought more carefully about the money that you spent and you had to look down the chamber of your PS4 or Xbox console and say, you know what, this game isn't worth it. And geez, if you had a next-gen console, I know you said, this is ridiculous. This isn't even respecting the next-gen console that we have. So you don't have to buy it. You can use EA Origin, you can use EA Play, and hear me out. I know that you're going to have to give EA $5 or $15 to do this, but you're getting a library of a bunch of games. And EA does make some decent games. Madden just isn't one of them, and it hasn't been one of them. People talk about the best Madden, okay? And they'll go back, like myself, to maybe Madden 25, maybe Madden 05, back when there was competition in the marketplace. But you find me one person that says Madden 21, Madden 20, Madden 19, those were my favorites. Those people really don't exist. Right? You can actually make a case more that each of those games was worse than anything else. What did Madden 20 have to offer that 22 isn't? I mean, truly, we don't know all that much, but for those of it who played the beta, we know what's going to happen in a couple of days. You know what's going to happen in a couple of days. And for some of us, myself not included, that means you've got to be honest with yourself. And this is going to be the biggest hurdle some of you have. I know that EA wants you to believe that there's some type of connection to your football knowledge and your manhood to how good you are at this game. Right? And you should be embarrassed or ashamed if you lose because that means somebody was better than you in football. And nothing could be worse than that, right? But I want you to think about this. Honestly. When was the last time you played a game of Madden and you said to yourself, you know what? Everything I'm doing is working. I'm going to win this game. Every player is open. Every gap is empty. All the time in the world to throw. We've all been there. It's okay. But what people won't acknowledge is the times they haven't been there, where you're playing the game and nothing is going right. Your players, it's not even about they're not playing good football. Some of them don't have any common sense. Forget how to cover. Some of them forget to move on the field. Right? That's EA behind the scenes with DDA, right? Dynamic difficulty adjustment. We've talked about this for years. You know it when you see it. You can feel it. You literally can feel it. That catch out of bounds that wasn't a catch, that gets ruled a catch that you can't challenge. That time where you're in the open field, but all of a sudden your player starts to slow down, and then there's that player that's going to tackle you. But he's not really close enough to tackle you, but you stop moving just enough to make sure he is. Those are the things that this game does and has done to try to make you feel as a gamer like you're enjoying the experience, like you're entertained, like you're having fun. But the reality is, for many of us, we haven't had fun with this game. We're not entertained by this game. You know, there's a lot of creators in this community. A lot of them are really good guys. A lot of them follow me. There's a bunch that don't. You know, Eric Rayweather, RBT, the actual CC, I'm going to miss some, but those are just three that stick out to me that are genuine people, right? If we didn't have anything in common, if we weren't all on YouTube, those are three people I know that would be genuine people. Then there's other people that will block me just because I'm associated with disliking their game, but in reality, I just want their game better. Let me ask you this, right? If Madden got better, wouldn't everyone be happier? Those that don't like the game and those that already love it? So when I have somebody like Trumpet Monkey, as an example, that blocks me on Twitter without ever saying a word to me, doesn't know me from Adam, just knows the EA rhetoric that I'm this evil person, you know, that I somehow summon this anti-EA coup to go and destroy the ratings of their game on Metacritic. If he loved the game and it got better, wouldn't he love it more? Wouldn't it be better for everyone? Whether you were an arcade, whether you were a superstar KO, whether you were even a MUT gamer. If the logic in the game improved, wouldn't everyone have a better experience? Doesn't a rising tide lift all boats? So in some ways, you guys have to just taper your enthusiasm and ask yourself, is 10 hours enough to tell? Right? Can I tell in 10 hours whether this game is worth my commitment, worth a full purchase? And I firmly believe the answer is yes. So just like I tell you every year, I'm not going to review Madden. There's no game review that I do. I can tell you right now, after spending a day and a half with the show, I'm embarrassed to have spent so much time with Madden. I'm embarrassed to be someone affiliated with EA Sports and Madden Gaming on YouTube. Right? And that's coming from somebody that doesn't spend a lot of time with this game. I don't mean just time. I mean like the time I thought Madden 17 and Madden 18 were going to be better than Madden 19, better than Madden 20. I spent maybe 6 hours with Madden 21. Maybe 6 hours. Because I've done it before. I've played this game before. So have you. Seeing different rosters doesn't impress me. But when I look at the show, when I see different commentating teams, different broadcast styles, unbelievable attention to detail. Not a game that's perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but a game that you can look at and say, hey, these people are paying attention to the sport. These people love baseball. These people love this sport. Right? And I'm not going to sit here and be the guy that degrades anybody at EA Sports and say, oh, they don't watch football. Okay, people who have that argument are illogical. Okay, I know these guys watch football. I know they love football. But that passion isn't put into this game. It's not, and it hasn't been for a long time. When you go to practice fields and you see the game from the prior year in them, back-to-back years, that is a direct connection to not caring. Who showed that 2 years in a row? Me. You would think at some point they would just want to shut me up and make a better game, but they can't. They couldn't do it then, and they're not going to do it now. Anyone that played the beta can attest to that. Anyone that's honest with themselves, that wants to tell you that the game is still the same as it was. Sure, there's going to be some tweaks. Sure, there's going to be some changes. Sure, there's going to be all those little things EA likes to do. Mess with the sliders, mess with the game speed, mess with the colors. Are we all living in a different reality? Do you not see what they do with the game? But the real changes won't be there. At least from the beta going forward. So you know what? Don't buy Madden. Give EA directly your money through EA Play. I don't know how you're going to do that on Microsoft, because the most EA thing ever. I had EA Play from last year with Madden. I stopped my subscription. I go to load it now, and the screen is just gray, because apparently it's connected in with Game Pass. EA Origin. Pay the monthly subscription. Spend enough with the time to game to know, enough time with the game to know. And you know what? If Madden earns your dollar, then great. Show me. Send me the great plays. Every year I welcome more and more people into the community, yet every year it seems like more and more people leave. The numbers on this game from Twitch to YouTube are minuscule in many cases, even with the larger creators, to what other games get. And it's because as a whole, many people have seen through Madden. Many people have seen through EA Sports. Many people's expectations got to the point they were so low, they just stopped even trying to have an expectation or care about the next Madden. What was it going to deliver? What was it going to be? Let me get excited. You know, hold off on that excitement just a bit and make sure they earned the right for you to be a Madden gamer this year. Love to know your guys' thoughts on this. Appreciate you checking it out. And you know I will be back in a week with more commentary.